Welcome to Nani Notes. We are going to construct a line tangent to circle C, passing through point P, which is on the circle C. So, you can start with a random circle. Well, if I gave you one, it's going to look like that. Or, well, maybe I forgot to give you one, or maybe you're somewhere else. You're not in my class. Well, go ahead and make yourself a circle any way you can. Okay? So you've got a random circle named C, named for its center, and we have a random point on the circle, P. Well, I'm going to take a straight edge. I'm going to give it a little like that. I'm going to line it up CP and give yourself a ray. Okay. So again, you know any 2 points determine a unique line, ray, or segment, and make that ray go long. Make it go, well, at least as long as the diameter or the radius there, CP. Because we are going to construct, now you've been doing this for all semester, we're going to construct a line perpendicular to this ray passing through this P. And you know that construction, and it goes like this. Needle on the P. Now, random gap right there now. And, if you do it, let's go about, I'm doing about 2/3 of the way, or, well, heck, that's actually 3/5 or so. You can run it through C, but you don't have to. Again, that's a random or a very arbitrary arc. And you're going to give it a swing. Just like that, nice and smooth. You really only have to go once, because that is going to give you 1, 2 intersections along the ray CP. Now this construction should look familiar to you because you've done it before. So let's pick up our compass, put the needle on one intersection, and you're going to gap it to the other. You guys remember this, the old egg. Remember that? Yeah, so you're going to go like that. And then you're going to reverse your compass, put the needle on the other intersection, and gap it here. Now, we've done this construction before because it only takes 2 points. You've got an intersection there, an intersection there. But in fact, you could have, I guess you could have done this. Unnecessary, but now you're getting you're getting a second intersection. You have 3 points which really need to be collinear, because you're going to line up your straight edge, right? Because you're generating 2 points now. You got this one and you got this one. Remember, we learned this construction only making 1 point. But all 3 of those should be collinear, and then you're going to put in your line right there. And what are we going to call that line? Oh, I don't know. Let's call it T. That's always T. T for transversal. In this case, T for tangent. Little Tommy tangent. There you go. Now, let's put in something else. Let's put in our right angle symbol. And if I were to draw this, I could say from C to P. CP is the radius. So the radius is equal to CP. And we're going to type a little definition here. Let's put a definition in there, or an explanation at least. We'll say line T is perpendicular. Now, how are we going to say this? Line C is tangent to circle C at point P, or just point P. Now, we could write this down, and maybe we want to write it as a more general statement. Maybe I'll write it over here. Say that a tangent is a line that is perpendicular to the radius at the point tangent C. Go ahead and put that in your notes. What, like that? Because that's the tangent. In this case, that red line. Isn't that sweet? Let's move that down here so it looks better. So the red line is tangent to circle C at P. It only touches the circle in exactly one place. Remember, it can touch in one place, or if it touches in two, it's going to be a secant. But this was just a little construction for you. So please do that on your own paper or on the paper provided. But as a bonus, see, I left all this up here so you could see commands. I usually don't do that. That's because we're going to do a sketchpad construction. Now, I know maybe you don't have sketchpad, but well, maybe future students will, or maybe my students in other countries do. So now, let's do a sketchpad construction of a circle with a tangent. Now, this could be super easy. And if I really just wanted to bang it out there, oh wait, let me grab the toolbox so you can see it. This is now in Sketchpad. So there's a circle, and a circle is identified by 2 points. In this case, well, I could name them, but you can see them. I'm going to connect them with a line right there, or sorry, a segment. That is a radius. I'm going to select this radius and this point and construct a perpendicular line. And that's it. That line is tangent. That's how easy it is to construct in Sketchpad. All right, but I'm going to wipe that out. We used to do this as a lab back when we had computers in the school. And maybe we would draw it, well, let's just, for old time's sake, I'm going to draw a random circle again. Now this time I'm going to label points just so I can speak more clearly. So A to B. Now I'm going to put a third point on here, and we'll call that Charlie. All right? Just so we can speak about them. See, B resizes the figure. A is the center of the figure. But if I were to draw this like that, and I were to do this, I'm going to select the segment AC. I'm going to select C. I'm going to construct perpendicular line. And I think I'm also going to display, let's pick a color as long as it's red. Yeah. And then I'm going to select the line, display, trace perpendicular line for those of you with Sketchypad. And now I'm going to select this point C, just the point C, edit, action, animation. And we're going to go counter, or do we want, no, let's go clockwise. I'm going to go clockwise fast. And I'll hit OK. This generates a cute little button for us right there. And watch what happens. Ready? Oh, yeah. That's kind of fun. All those red lines, those are all tangents. Lines that are tangent to the circle as we rotate point C. Now, of course, if we move B, change the size of the circle. That would be messy. But if you're looking for something fun to do, there you go. You can't go wrong with Sketchpad. So I'm glad you learned a little bit about tangents. And as always, thank you for watching 99.